Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Ooh, yes, here we go. We hopped up on that bus. Bird, chill, Hight, Roger and Lowe, crushing friendly Gus. Bulldog vision, all these boys see is red. What a crappy life, R.I.P. Ed. Hight's GMC, you're collecting all the dust. We want the smoke, so come fired up.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by Premier Properties of Dublin. We are your first and your only source for mediocre, below average sports coverage. Glad you could join us today. My name is Chill. We got a table full this morning. A lot of energy flowing this morning. Let's see who all's here with us. Sitting to my right, he is a UGA graduate. He's a die-hard dog. He can make a bottle of mouthwash stink. He only cares about his golf ball. He is the one and only pride of Buddy Johnson Road. I'm talking about Adam Hight Hightower.
What's up, Chili?
What's up, bud? And then see if I can roll this right here. Got a special. See if I can figure out how to do this.
From the halls of Montez,
He does, in other words.
to the shores of Tripoli.
Sitting to my left, he had a cup of coffee in the Marines. They call him short story long. Survives daily off of 5-hour energy shots. You know it, 0% research, but 110% passion. They call him War Eagle for life. I'm talking about the Bear, Mitch Lawhorn.
Morning, fellas. Great day to be alive.
Does that get your blood flowing this morning?
It does. 2 more days, be Marine Corps birthday.
And then we're going to run it again. Sitting to the far right, we've got a special guest this morning filling in for Raji. He's arguably the most important person we've had on set. Can we all agree on that? He's the pride of Dexter, Georgia. So we've got the pride of Dexter, Georgia, and some have called the scum of Dexter, Georgia to my left.
That has been said.
That's never been said.
But we would like to welcome aboard the bus this morning West Lawrence Middle School Principal, Mr. Reed Waldrep. Good morning, Mr. Waldrep.
Good morning, guys. What an honor. I mean, this is like the highlight of my life right here. This is what I'll tell my grandkids about when I gather them on my lap one day.
Hey, many have said this is the highlight.
This is
so,
it.
like I was thinking earlier, and let me jump in your head for a little bit. You'd probably go in no random order: salvation, marriage, kids, bus. Is that kind of?
Yeah. Bus,
and I said no particular order, so we'll let people.
Yeah, bus is definitely in the top 5.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So, before we even get started, if you're joining us, make sure on TV 35 on their Facebook page. We shared it on our Facebook page last week. Going to share it again this week. There is a poll out right now for high school football for the area. So Dublin, East, West, and Trinity all have players, and you can vote on every position. So do it. Take your time. Go on there real quick. It won't take long. And vote. We want to honor these kids and give them some awards through TV 35. So make sure you do that. Go on there and vote. And we thank you for your support on that. Also, wherever you're listening, make sure you subscribe. We picked up, I think, 3 subscribers last week. So that's a pretty big week in the subscription world. On YouTube alone. I don't know about the other 2, but make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're listening, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. So that's where we are. I need you to do that. Now, we'll start the show off. We played the Marine Corps battle hymn to start the song intro off for Law.
Battle hymn.
Isn't that what it's called?
This,
Literally, when I YouTubed it, said Marine battle hymn. Dude, you wouldn't know. You weren't there long enough. So Saturday, I believe it's Saturday the 11th, is Veterans Day.
Battle hymn of the Republic.
Is Veterans Day, and we've got. I'm not sure. I know your 6-month stint in the Marines. Is that enough to be considered?
Do you count?
Dishonorable discharge.
Do you count?
It's Saturday, Veterans Day, the 11th.
Wow. Yeah.
I know November 10th. So
Is that a humble brag? Like,
Marine Corps
I can't even keep up with it now.
Marine Corps birthday.
Is the 10th?
November 10th.
And the 11th Veterans Day.
Huh?
And the 11th Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
Can we assume Mitch is calling in Monday since the
100%.
And never.
Back to back.
I should have.
Back to back Marine birthday and Veterans Day. Yeah, he's not here Monday.
No way Mitch is here Monday.
We used to have a Marine Corps League here in Lawrence County, and they would kind of disband. They hadn't had enough
people coming to meetings and stuff. But we used to have a Marine Corps ball the weekend of Veterans Day.
Would you get all dolled up?
Yeah, fun times, man. We always did it at the country club.
What are the
One year-
chances you
one year
still
we
fit
did
in
it
your
at,
Marine dress?
The ice house. I am not fitting in my jacket.
I've seen a picture of the Marines. He don't look the same. But I mean, we
Better
are.
looking now or then?
You look
Well,
like
I'm not
you're,
going to say better or worse.
You can say better.
Not fitting.
Better looking now.
I'll just say not fitting.
Well, I'm probably two of me, maybe three of me. No, definitely two.
Are you more lethal now, or were you more lethal then?
I was more lethal then. I barely rolled out of bed this morning. Barely. And just
Voice?
like every bone in my body feels like it just aches.
Your voice sounds good. So we couldn't do the show yesterday on scheduled morning, and we had Mr. Waldrep all lined up. But at an inconvenience to his schedule because of Mitch. Typically, we had to reschedule because Mitch was hoarse.
Well,
yesterday.
I want to say why I'm hoarse. Dexter Meats. Wild Hog cooking team went down to the Big Pig Jig in Vienna, and they got reserve champions down there. So it was a big deal.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up
That's
because
a big deal, man.
because I heard that you cost the team money.
Wow.
This can.
It's not true.
Well, I just can't.
He did tell us offset. He heard.
I did stay up like all night Friday to make sure.
A concerned citizen reached out to me.
So how did I cost them money? I want to hear.
That's
Well, I wanna hear how this-
so I can get that out there. If you'll stop, and then I can go. Thank you.
Go for it.
But hold on. But he's hoarse from just being there. So
From
thought
hollering, hooting and hollering.
I
Reserve
thought he-
champion. How about this? It should not be. I don't know how hog shows and all work.
So I can't tell it. He can go
Hold
ahead.
on, you can tell.
We got time.
But I got to explain what reserve means because I think it's backwards. Because grand champion means you got the highest score in one category, in any category, but it's the highest score for one meet you turn in. Reserve champion means you have the overall highest score for all three categories. Shouldn't it be?
is that how it is?
Other way around?
No. Like showing. I feel like Grand would be the.
With livestock shows, Grand is the best animal in the building, and then you take
There it is.
everybody back in, and it's the second best animal in the building. So
Is the reserve?
Yeah.
All right.
So you were doing a lot of hooting and hollering, is what I'm hearing.
Man, the buck wild.
All right, so when they got chosen
it's
as
a big
reserve,
deal, man.
when they got chosen as reserve champion, you probably hooped and hollered for less than 3 minutes.
No, I'm for a while. I mean, we beat
hours straight.
Hours on
straight.
end.
Just
Hours on end, just hollering.
we beat teams like you see on television. Myron Mixon.
Y'all beat him?
Beat Myron Mixon's team. Jack's Old South Barbecue beat
Y'all beat Dreamland?
what's the other one? Rescue Cookers, which has been on television.
So when's Matt getting his show?
And that's what I said. He needs to start him a restaurant.
Well, I mean, here's his platform. I mean, I know some people who's got a radio and TV show every week.
I just can't even imagine how high he would have scored if you hadn't messed him up.
I want to hear how I messed him up. Now I want to hear.
So, can I go now?
Yes.
Okay. So the way this thing was explained to me is that they turn their stuff in, the judges judge, and then you have to kind of wait to see if you make it to the finals. Right? Is that accurate?
Well, no, you turn your stuff in, and then the top three final. They call it final, and then they come to the cook site.
Right, and they got to see all your stuff on site and ask you questions, kind of like do an interview process,
And
right?
clean up, and
So in
Donna did the interview.
while they were waiting, and the judges were about to come over, somebody
Unnamed.
was making plates and handing out plates of food
From their table?
handing out plates of food from that.
No, I haven't.
So like
Big Boy was hungry.
So what I was told was Mitch was just inviting people over to the table. They got this whole hog, right? Is that right?
That's what he finaled in.
And-
the top three in hog.
And so Mitch is like just reaching in, pulling meat out, and there's part of the judge in his presentation.
sure.
So Mitch is in there just like pulling the meat out.
Now it looks like a
This
scary
is-
movie on the table.
Yeah, like
This is from Chad Odom. I can
And so
who it came from.
and I'll never divulge my source.
Chad Odom.
So
I actually, before the show, I said multiple people. So
then
Only Chad.
Then Matt looks over and sees Law, and he has to get his hand popped. He gets chastised. He gets put in the corner.
No lie, you would have thought I slapped their mama. I didn't put here's what I opened up the cooker, and it's a big cooker to fit a whole hog. He had the biggest hog out of the three. I think it was 285 pounds compared to Maryland. And
So about the size of you.
Like
So big.
half the size of the other one.
So about your weight.
That's a good size hog right there.
He got it from Dexter, from Mr. Kemp, Mr. Lawton.
Yeah, Lawton Kemp.
But so I opened it up. I wanted to see it, and then when I seen it, man, because the ribs.
He wanted to taste it. Got to taste it.
I don't know if you ever been to a pig pigging. The ribs off of the whole hog is way better than cooked ribs to me. And I just seen them. I went to grab, and I grabbed one, and I was going to pull it off. I just happened to turn around. Everybody on the cook team staring at me like I slapped their mama, and then just starts yelling at me. What are you doing? Well, if we find one, we got to present that. If you pull that and mess them ribs up, and I was like, oh no.
Did you tuck him back in?
I took my hands off, closed that lid, and I was like, my bad.
And so
that was
one of the judge cards was
It did not say none of the judge cards.
One of the judge
that's
cards.
a lie.
One of the judge cards said
That is wrong.
a rib was out of place. and it cost him like several $100s, is what I was told.
That is not true. That is not true.
Shame on you. Did you lick your fingers when you came out of there?
Dexter went down there with a hog from Dexter and finaled in the hogs and ended up winning the reserves.
So winning the reserve is, explain that again, is overall?
It's all the category, it's all your points for all three categories.
But he would have had grand champion in ribs if Lawhorn hadn't have pulled that rib up out of the way.
Not ribs. And ribs is the other category.
Well, they were one rib short.
Right. So what happened is he placed in two categories, and I think it was pulled pork and whole hog.
Wasn't ribs, I can tell you that.
He got 8th, I think, in pulled pork and like 3rd in hog, and overall his points was higher than anybody else's.
I think you gave me Mitch's mic.
I smell like 6.
Oh my God.
Or either I'm catching it from him right now.
Second hand.
I don't even know why. I don't even know why I woke up for that.
Law, how would that compare was it Pig Jigs, what it's called? To the white trash bash out at J Baby's house. Are they similar scale?
Oh, not similar scale.
Jay's way better.
Lot more hooting and hollering at J Baby's.
Yeah, I don't remember you being. Well, you weren't quite as hoarse after J Baby's. You didn't.
I didn't stay out there all night.
Okay.
But just for the record,
The cold
your
weather, it
voice,
was really
your voice
cold.
always sounds this way.
It does not. It does not. And it's been hurting.
That reminds me, somebody texted me yesterday talking about how they enjoyed last week's show. And then they wanted to know, was that really how Mitch is, or he's just putting on for the show? I said, that's just 100% how he is. He's just...
My brother texted me from Kuwait or wherever the crap he's at right now. No, or y'all was in messing.
Said you were talking too much.
Well, Lawhorn, he must have been on something.
Nobody else
I
can
talk
talk.
normal like a normal talk. 44 years. He just found out I talk a lot. That's nuts.
So shout out to Jamie too, veteran serving right now in Kuwait, I believe it is. So, and all our veterans that listen, we are very, 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 very thankful for you. Is he a veteran if he's still serving? Is that how that works? Are you a veteran after you're out?
Active. He's active.
So did they get honored on Veterans Day, or is it people that?
I think so.
I feel like I would come back so shredded if I went off on vacation like Jamie did.
Rich
Rich and in shape.
I'm gonna come back rich every time. He'll be even build another house when he comes back. Tax-free money over there.
That's nice.
Mr. Waldrep, what's going on at the middle school world right now? I know coming off football season, good football season this year. A lot of fighting junior Floyds over there. Talk to us a little bit real quick about just
having a great year. We've had pretty neat. We had 4 fall sports and got a region trophy in all 4. 2 region champions, 2 runner-up. Of course, the Fighting Eddies looked really good. Lost to East Lawrence. Congratulations to Nietzsche and his crew. You know, we wanted to win it, but super proud for our buddies across the river over there.
So has Eddie? He probably took that personally. You think he's already started? Is he watching film for next year already?
Absolutely. Next day. He got started the next day. Absolutely. Went in the weight room. He's already breaking it down for next year, already hiring his new coaching staff, cleaned house, just. Is
he throwing around money to him probably before he even comes to you about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He's throwing around money. He doesn't own, hiring people in positions we don't have. Eddie is my HR guy, and he screws it up royally. So,
hey, if you come coach for me, I can give you $100 and I can take you duck hunting and deer hunting at least once.
I I don't know if y'all know this. All three of y'all were hired for this year at West Lawrence Middle School last year.
That makes sense.
Hyde actually showed up for work. Y'all two didn't. Yeah, y'all two didn't show up.
Well, I'm glad Eddie filled our spots.
Lacey Hall with cross country won a runner-up in region. She does a great job. Region cheer back-to-back. Hutto and Little Bill do a great job there with Mandy Hutto supervising. I'm leaving one out. What am I leaving out? Softball, yeah. Softball. Josh Carter did a great job coaching from the bus in the region championship and won us a region championship in softball.
He got an early exit, too.
Early exit. Well,
if you're going to go early.
We won't call out no other school systems. But when you play in that area of the state, you usually don't last long if you're from West Lawrence. So he coached.
Is it right up the road?
It's probably
right down the road, a little way.
I think we may have somebody on this show that is he from there? No, is that? Okay, never mind.
No,
I would.
I like to take shots at BC. That's what I was looking for.
No, not Blakely County.
I would like to call out your hometown, but your dad.
You better be careful.
Your dad will criticize.
My mom and dad don't like when you talk about lines.
Your dad will get.
What you got to say about it?
It was probably your.
No, Vidae is a hard place to play too. But it wasn't Vidae.
Hold on, Miss Waldrep.
Whoa,
we're from Lions. Me and Hightower's from Lions.
I'm not bashing.
Okay.
Throwing a little shade toward Vidae.
Okay,
I know my audience.
We just want to make sure.
Me and Hightower graduated.
We got a dog in.
Of Lions.
So we got that blood.
Salt of the earth in Lions, but Vidae might be a little bit different.
Wasn't that Vidae at our place when Merck got in a heated debate?
It was Merck and Vidae.
Oh, was that Vidae?
That's even worse.
That's stories about that still surface every once in a while.
But big things popping over there.
Started out basketball this past Saturday. Played Johnson County boys and girls, and a lot of excitement in the basketball program now with Kentrell Lloyd and TK Flowers taking charge there. A lot of
Kentrell defending the ship from last year.
That's right.
Lost some weapons though.
Lost a really good class, but they look good. They look solid. So I think we'll have a good year there.
We got wrestling coming up.
Soccer playing strong. Girls are undefeated in soccer. Wrestling. I'm not sure when's the first match.
Well, it was scheduled for next Tuesday.
Okay.
But the fearless leader here, Noah Garnto, told me yesterday that Jeff Davis, I think they must have made the playoff in varsity football. So their middle school wrestling coach had saying they're going to have to reschedule. But
that's a roundabout way of intimidation. They're scared. They scared them right.
Well, I went there yesterday. Their athletic trainer does our weight assessments now, and he's got a nice squad. That's in the
middle school.
For the high school, he did the weight assessments at their athletic facility. It's right next to that's a nice facility, that new facility they got there in Hazlehurst. But their middle school wrestling coach came in and talked to me. He's on the
Tyler.
Yeah, he's on the varsity coaching school.
Yeah. So anyway, Noah and the boys, they're going to be ready to defend the region title again from last year. I think West Middle has won 27 out of 28 titles.
I think they lost.
No pressure.
Hightower's coaching.
Yeah,
the head coach. Is that the year?
Yeah, you and I were on the east side, and we broke those hearts.
We did. Jamie was y'all's head coach there.
Yeah.
Was with Jamie? I was trying to.
We love to meet Jamie more than we like to eat breakfast, and we love to eat breakfast. That's a quote.
He's
from,
been sitting on that one.
Was a quote from
Robbie
Toombs County coach
Robbie Rogers.
I was thinking Jamie went undefeated there in the region, but I guess not.
He did. He lost at Dublin. And then they ended up taking our trophy and giving it to Toombs. We really won the region.
Yeah, that's a whole.
They did some maneuvering with the scoring system.
If you know Bill Benton, and I love Bill Benton, he's tenacious. So what happened was they figured the score. We're announced as winner. Toombs is third
Hand
place.
us the trophy. We didn't take pictures with the trophy.
They Toombs County, Bill Benton, he's no, this ain't right. So they refigured the score again. Toombs moves up from third to second. We're still champs. We take our pictures. We get on the bus and head out of there. We're gone. I get a phone call. Hey, we refigured the score again the third time. Y'all didn't win. I was like, yeah, we did. You got to bring the trophy back. I'm not bringing that trophy back. Yeah. You can hang that up. It's not happening. Bring it to I was helping varsity too. They were like, bring the trophy to Dublin High School tomorrow. Toombs will be there. Need to bring that trophy. No, not bringing it. Showed up to help varsity wrestling. Everybody's like, where's that trophy? I said, it's in the trophy case. You're not getting it. And like Bill's giving me this, I'm real disappointed in you. I can't believe you did that.
Monday morning, the athletic coordinator or athletic director at the middle school loads it up in his truck and drives it.
It's pretty close to that. I had to defend it. Like I was telling people,
Man, I had security on the trophy case.
Yeah,
in there.
well, and just really in the dark of night, just nobody knew what was
Caught
going
you off
on.
watch.
School's closed.
I had to find out from secondhand source that the middle school AD took it down there and just gave it back. So then I'm having to call. I can't remember who was the middle school region.
Ladson Helms, probably.
Ladson Helms. I call him and I'm like, what is going on? And he's like, well, Bill said. I was like, what? I don't care what he said, But it was like my second year coaching, and Bill's a legend in the area, so they just run the
Fast
slam.
forward, then Hight and Bill working together in a few years.
Yeah. So anyway, I bought my own trophy, region championship trophy for them boys because they earned it, and then I had region championship trophy, region championship T-shirts made, and I had to pay extra $2 per shirt extra to get red singlet for the guy. We had a East Lawrence wrestler pinning a Toombs County wrestler.
Sweet.
We come out to woodwork that tournament. Jamie said that because Dublin was hosting, they got to do the brackets, and so Versprelli, good buddy of ours that was coaching there, that I think he's at Trudlin now.
He's at East now.
He's at East now. So he had tried to work the brackets because he thought he could beat Jamie because he had wrestled him close in a duel. Mm-hmm. So he worked the brackets and put all the Dublin kids on one side and the West Lawrence kids on the other, thinking they'll meet in the finals, and that'll give Dublin a good enough score where they can win the region.
Clear your throat a little bit.
We were on the side with Dublin. We put all the Dublin kids out, and like every one of our kids were in the final. It was awesome.
And we had a last-minute transfer. Your stepson.
Oh, that's right.
Your stepson transferred from West Middle like the week before region.
Yeah.
Big region champ for us. Big.
All right, guys, it's time for our commercial break. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we're going to have our Brian Subs winner and got some Would You Rather questions and a couple other things. So stay with us. We will be right back. For all of your commercial and residential real estate needs, give Premier Properties of Dublin a call at 478-274-1606. Their customer service is unmatched, and they'll give you the deal that you want. Again, that's Premier Properties of Dublin at 478-274-1606. Title sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 per month, you literally can't beat it. Visit them on the web at www.j2streaming.com. Proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
Bank of Dudley is proud to sponsor the Big Ugly Sports Show. Wherever you're listening to your favorite sports show, you can also be banking with your favorite bank. Bank of Dudley offers mobile and online banking platforms to make managing your money easy. Get on that Bank of Dudley bus. Bank of Dudley since 1905. Member FDIC.
Elite Comfort Solutions. Based out of Lyons, Georgia, they specialize in commercial and residential HVAC. Call them today at 833-483-HVAC or visit them at www.elitecomfortsolutions-inc.com for a quote. Elite Comfort Solutions is a proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show. Is your house dumb dirty? Caked up mud all up in the driveway? Too much to clean and too little time? Give Sweet Onion City Exterior Wash a call at 912-326-1615 for a free quote today. Sweet Onion City Exterior Wash is a proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show. Are you riding around the 478 or the 912 with a vehicle that is as ugly, dirty, and smelly as Hight? If so, head on over to Big Peach Car Wash located across from Walmart on Highway 80 in Dublin, Georgia.
Getting ready for a weekend with friends? Be sure to visit Blackshear Beverage with two locations, one at Georgia 300 and the other at Highway 280 in Cordele, Georgia. Blackshear Beverage, proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
He liked it.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by Premier Properties. At this time, we've got our Brian Subs drawing, and we have scrolled and did a random number, and the winner for this week is Connie P.O. Barefoot Adams.
Well, PO stands?
So I don't know. Or Barfoot, Barfoot. I guess that's Barfoot.
That's Barfoot.
Barefoot?
Yeah. No,
Barfoot.
Do you know them?
Oh yeah, the Barfoots are. That's some of Leroy Max. That's some of the Mexican folks.
Okay. Well, Miss Connie P.O. Barfoot Adams. I don't
Loyal West Lawrence.
I like the barefoot
alum.
related to Leroy Mack.
Maybe not.
I don't think.
But the Barfoots.
There were some Barfoots used to farm around Dexter when I was a little boy. So
That's probably more of that speed right there. So, Miss Connie, Barfoot, P.O. Adams, go buy Brian's subs this week and enjoy a free half sub courtesy of Brian's Giant Subs. So, thanks, Brad Meeks and the gang for that.
Tell the boys on the Big Ugly sent you.
Tell them the big. She's Miss Barfoot. P.O. Barfoot has shared our posts about Brian's for at least the last few weeks, so well deserving of the award.
She was a loyal listener till you started picking on her last night.
Well, it was a mispronunciation. Sorry. P.O. is what gets me. I'd like to know what that stands for.
Barfoots are native to my dad's hometown.
They went native.
Butler, Georgia. No, I'm saying there's a bunch of Barfoots.
Like you know where the name Barfoot originated.
The old sheriff of Taylor County.
This class, he is just.
Oh my God.
He's like Cliff Clavin.
I don't know if that's where they come from.
You sent me that. I don't know who that is.
You've never seen Cheers?
From Cheers?
Oh man,
He's just at the bar and knows everything.
He's the post office guy. He's the
okay. I know the guy you're
postal
talking
worker
about.
who's
In my
been on
history
Jeff-
class, I like to add fun facts to kids that are not fun at all.
Or accurate.
They're
probably.
not facts.
They are.
Well, and then you know what he does to. Here's his catch-all. Well, that's how I remember it.
What? I never said that.
100 million times.
You just made it up.
No, whenever I fact check you,
It's
and
about
I
like
say
you made up that I lost the cooking team on it. You made it.
I didn't make that up. Somebody else made that up. If it was made up.
Oh boy! All right, I got a couple of would you rather's here. I want you guys to do before we do our football picks. So we'll start with you right here, Law. Would you rather lose all your teeth, so no teeth, huh?
He's not.
Or listen, or lose a day of your life for every time you've kissed someone.
The day of my life forever.
You've probably thrown out a lot of sugar, Law. I mean, that's a lot of days off. A lot of days off that life.
I haven't. And what is it days I've kissed the same person?
No, just yeah. I mean, no. Well, if you've kissed Haley 10 times, that'd be 10
days.
10 days.
You already don't have much of a lifespan, Law.
I know. I'm on the down.
Or you can take
I'm
the
on
rest.
the downhill anyway.
Or you can go the rest of the way with no teeth.
But I'm a meat eater. I got to have my meats.
Well, they make dentures.
Huh?
You can, and they make blenders.
Blended meat.
Where you going with it? Hurry up.
I already told you. I'm going with the day of my life.
So shorter life. Mr. Waldrep, where you going with that?
I'm tossing the teeth.
Same.
Tossing the teeth.
Same. Anybody
It
that
sounds
smokes.
like y'all the ones spreading around them smooches.
I'm with y'all. I'm getting rid of my teeth as well.
Well, I out of the four of us, three of us, I feel like are actually concerned about their life expectancy. There's one person who I'm thinking just throws caution to the wind.
Because only the good day, young.
He's got a big
You're not. You are not young. You're not young anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a live a while. Only the good day, young.
So when he gets older, how'd you do it? That big gulp everyone loves. Thank you, love.
I done changed over because I read something about what they put in Diet Coke. But some kind of...
What'd you change to? Regular Coke?
Regular Coke. They said...
You got a Marlboro Lights too?
Too far.
Look at this guy.
Extra filter. I put extra filter on
This
it.
guy and his favorite teacher over here love to throw up that I'm a cigarette smoker. They love to do it, especially like a school function, like if we got something with West Lawrence on it and they're
Like
on the
we all do this
microphone.
morning?
Yeah.
Well, this is not a school function.
Just in case any of my bosses or anybody's listening.
They not.
School teacher.
Mr. Waldrop's the only
I love
important
how we do
person.
that.
Well, hey, Mr. Waldrep and your brother are the only important people that listen to the show now. And your sister-in-law.
I feel like you got something now maybe you could bring up to kind of defend yourself.
I always do. I like to throw Jamie under the bus at any point. Anyone wants to hammer me about it.
Don't do
Always.
it. He's not here to defend himself.
He's actually defending us currently.
That's his fault. That's his fault. He signed up.
His
for that.
choice.
He chose that. We have an all-volunteer army. Nobody made him. I believe he actually volunteered. We were talking about this weekend. It's like anytime. That's why we thought Meredith was pregnant. Like anytime they're about to have a kid, Jamie chooses to go over.
Yeah, it works
I
that way.
volunteer. I'm going. I'm going.
That's exactly what I asked him when I found out he was leaving. And I said, "Are you having another kid?"
All right, so we'll start with you right here, Mr. Waldrep. We've got a year at war, and I mean like active war, not what Jamie's doing over there. Chilling. Like, you're actually, like you may or may not get shot on a day-to-day, or a year in prison.
I think I'll take war. I'm claustrophobic, man. I can't be shut up.
Could die in either, I guess.
Yeah. I'd rather die by a bullet than other ways.
Yeah, I'll take the war. I'll take war.
I feel like I'm gonna be incarcerated for a little bit. It'd be a tough go for me, but at least
a year in prison.
Just a year. Just a year.
I think I could take a year in prison too. Not like
Chill, I feel like you'd be in there keeping somebody warm.
Listen, I'd probably do whatever I had to do to get out of there safe.
We were on in Afghanistan for 3 months, and I hated every second of it. And I didn't sleep. I felt like I didn't sleep for 3 months.
So you taken to prison?
Oh yeah.
Oh, only a year.
Is that
only a year?
All right, last one.
I've served a couple of days. A year can't be that. For you listeners, I have not served any days in prison.
Fact check it. Fact check it.
Now, there have been stories of you being cuffed and stuffed on the side of the road before.
On the side of the interstate, and my preacher drove by as I was because the guy ran my license and typed in the wrong number. They said I didn't have a driver's license. So Wilkinson County cop handcuffs me on the side of the road. My preacher drives by as I'm getting handcuffed, and I was riding in the work truck. I was in Jason Warren's work truck. So the speed thing didn't work. So I'm running like 85 in the work truck, headed to Macon to grab something, and I got pulled over. And I told him the speed thing didn't work. So he wrote me 2 tickets. I said, "You still gonna write me the ticket even though I got a license?" He said, "Wasn't you speeding?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Ain't the speed thing broke?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm gonna give you faulty equipment and I'm gonna give you a speeding ticket." I was like, no.
So did your preacher, the next time you saw him, did he believe the lie when you told him that you really weren't in trouble?
He said, I started to pull over and tell him he's a good man. Maybe that's a good man. I can't believe y'all handcuffing him on the side of the road.
All right, Hight, last one right here. Win the lottery, okay, and we'll just say several million. Okay. I don't want to say a number, but you got to spend it all in one day, and you only at the end of that day you're back to a below average yearly, so less than what you make now.
Less than what I make now?
Yeah. We'll go half of what you make now.
We'll
go half of what you make now, or you get to double your salary for the rest of your life.
Oh, double my salary the rest of my life. That's easy.
You get to keep the stuff you buy.
Yeah.
What could
you could invest that $1 million
rental property
in one day? That's what I'm saying.
About whatever you can get done in a day.
I'm going with spend it in a day.
Well, it takes more than one day to close on any rental property. I'm taking
triple. Let's go triple your salary. Triple your salary.
Okay. Yeah.
Salary. Triple your salary.
Yeah.
You tripling?
Tripling, yeah. No question.
I'm getting that mailbox money. I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna invest that $1 million in something.
You know what? That doesn't surprise me.
And then quit my job, and then I don't have to work no more. I just get mailbox money. Money just come to you through the mailbox.
How many lottery tickets you buying with that? How many scratch offs are you buying?
Like the guy down at Friendly Gus hit me up yesterday because I had like my number when I finished adding up all my stuff was 1313. He said, "That sounds like a good pick 4." I was like, "I'm not a big lottery guy. I buy a scratch off a little bit every now and then."
Because there's a certain brand of people that I feel like are lottery people, and you're you fit square into that mold.
Y'all gonna make me cuss, and then then Chuck's gonna have to edit it.
Please don't. We don't have time. I already had to talk to Hight about that.
Am I wrong in that? Does anybody disagree?
So it wouldn't surprise you at all if you saw him come out with a stack of them, just scratching them off.
No, I could see him coming out of there with his big gulp, his tobacco products, couple scratchers.
Here we go with the tobacco.
He didn't specify.
Oh my God!
Couple of scratchers,
couple scratchers, and then hey, baby, we got us a winner.
We play a game at my family's with lottery tickets. Left, right, center. I don't know if y'all remember that Christmas time.
Oh, that's a good idea with lottery tickets.
We'll have my whole extended family. There's like 4 or 5 tables of us with like 4 pair of dice, and we'll all have 3 lottery tickets in front of us.
Now they all have the same. What are they? $5 tickets. specify on that? $1
tickets. So, and it's the little ones.
Yeah.
And you win a pile of them because you win all of them.
Right.
The first year we did it, Donna Marie Odom won it, or Donna Marie Sapp, she won it. She said hours it took her to scratch all of them. She won $13.
Wonder is there any strategy?
I said $13 an hour. That's a pretty good paying job, though.
What are there, 300 tickets on a roll? Isn't that right?
I have no idea.
Is there any strategy in you getting your whole family when y'all decide to do that?
I know people that buy lottery tickets. No lie.
I'm not finished. I wasn't finished.
If you go today, I'm telling you the strategy. There's a
Disregard your question, Joe.
and a guy in Dexter. They'll sit in there and watch people buy them.
Right.
And they'll see like the numbers or something on them, and they always tell me, that's a winner. Get that one right there.
All right. Well, first off, if they were that smart, they'd be rich. Second off, why don't y'all? What I was saying to that is, when your family decides to do it, get one of y'all to go in there and buy all the tickets, and y'all buy the same, and then they pay you back, but you get them off the same roll. So if there's 50 tickets, say, give me 50 of this one, and then they back pay you. But that way, you feel like if it's based on.
Do you know how big my family is? So we were all going to get together, and we're all going to go to the same store and buy lottery tickets.
Did he not just listen? I
what
said
are you doing over there?
one person go buy all the tickets, and then the family back pay you. But that way, you've got all the tickets on that roll, and you got a better chance of winning something. And still, everybody's only $3 in.
Hey, at the next family Christmas, I'll have you give them a call.
Ain't no way everybody can go to that store in the same store at the same time.
That's not what I said.
That is exactly what you said.
You sound like J Baby just then. Yeah, we had a call in. J Baby call in.
All right. Before we do our last commercial break here in a little bit and get to our football picks, Mr. Waldrep, I just got to ask you. I need you to be, honest, okay? Because we're about honesty on this show.
We are. We love honesty.
No, they don't. You randomly make up.
How long have you been? Principal at West Middle?
6 years.
6 years. Okay, so that's a long time. A lot of employees in that time.
Here we go.
Several you need to get rid of.
Would you say? We'll just start and we'll break it down from there. Is Hight in the top 50% or the bottom 50%? And this is pretend he's not here.
Overall category, or are we going to be specific about certain trades?
Whichever one makes him worse.
Because
I'm getting nervous right here.
This can't have anything to do with his teaks. No, this can't have any. There's no factor on professionalism.
And one thing about you are professional.
Yeah, I do my best.
So we can have the bus takes can't affect that. Right. So nor the weekly bus takes can you factor those in when you're listening to his teak score. But
I'm a little limited on knowledge because he's actually only been my employee just a few months. But
well, do you need to tell us how he was here or no?
I didn't work with him here.
But did you want us to tell you how he was or no?
No, I think I know. I think I got a pretty good idea.
I had him as a co-teacher. Trash.
Yeah.
Trash co-teacher.
I believe
I can compare him to others.
Trash co-teacher. I will say the times I've been in the classroom with him and Noah Garnto teaching world history down there in 6th grade, he carries mediocre into the classroom from the bus. It is mediocre at best.
Well, he's been one of those, especially early impression. If you set the bar real high.
Yeah.
Well, attitude does reflect leadership.
It does. And, so that's why I'm being real careful. He's quick-witted. I'll give him that. He's quick.
Hey, and quick-witted to the point of really don't even think about what he's going to say.
That's right. That will say.
And one thing, these mics have what? What do these mics have? Got power on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Mike do have power.
I was thinking.
I forgot about it. I didn't know.
I was thinking on the 3-minute drive over this morning to do this. My knowledge of Adam Hightower, because I felt like this question was probably going to come up. I will say, since I've been principal or even assistant principal, we've won the region championship in wrestling every year. And what was the common factor in that was Adam Hightower. He wasn't head coach. He wasn't head coach those years. But we had Scott Ewan, which was the bridge there. Yep. And then we had Mandy Souls. I don't know if she was the first female coach in the region, but she was there. And then we got Noah Garnto, and we brought home the region every year. And the underlying factor is Adam Hightower.
Hey, winners win.
Well, it's a team effort. It's not just me. It's everybody involved, and administration included. We appreciate your support.
And I learned probably about the third day of him actually being my employee. He does have a good heart, real good heart. He's always looking to pull the guy next to him up.
That's right.
That's not true. That is not.
What?
No.
That boy's turned over a new leaf. He will turn over one.
That's how we do things at West Middle.
He will turn over a new leaf.
Attitude reflects leadership, right? That's right.
So speak to, because there was some controversy, so I want to hear it from you first, because during pre-planning, we're going to rewind back to pre-planning. You know, this is Hight's first. This is Hight's first.
Come on, chill.
This is Hight's first days.
impression. Yeah, first impression at West Middle.
And you know, Hight got in the second semester, we'll say, of his tenure here at West High. I guess it was kind of one of those when he knew he was heading to another school.
Listen, I want to tell you something right now. If you want me to keep it, then you better watch.
I can't. Hight,
I ain't got but one speed.
you don't
Chuck.
have to.
He's getting nervous. I'm tired of that guy's getting nervous.
Just about your clothing.
Well, I'm just telling you where it's going to go.
Hight.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to quote Mitch. I pre-warned you.
Well, then I won't preface by here, but let's say can I go with that? Just
You're good. I'm just.
So
go ahead.
I'm trying to limit what I got to edit, Height. So I don't want to tempt you because I don't want to have to edit anything out. But you know, it's known fact. You know, you dress down during pre-planning. Everybody's good with that. It's about comfort. You got a lot of work to do, but there's one day during pre-planning you can't dress down, and that's open house because you got parents coming in.
That's right.
And so we've got multiple stories coming into the bus media of on pre-planning day. Hight, it's a well-known. Hight shows up in what he calls his performance slacks, which are sweatpants, and a t-shirt or whatever, and he comes in and one source says he walks in, he looks around and sees everybody dressed up and is like, wow, I'm underdressed, let me go change. That's one source. Another source from someone at the middle school says an admin had to tell him to go change. So I just kind of want to get to the bottom of it if you happen to know.
Well, yeah. One thing about being an admin, you got to have a short memory. I mean, you can't dwell on things. You got to put negativity out and fight the next battle. I don't remember if I told him to go change. I really don't. But if I can recall, I think one of his good buddies, Matt Anderson, told him he needed to go home and change.
So here's what happened. I walk in and I see all these people all gussied up. And I immediately remember today's open house.
Yeah.
So then I find the nearest admin, which was Miss Tobler, wonderful assistant principal at West Lawrence Middle.
Absolutely.
And she gives me this look like, "What are you doing, you moron?" and I
That's
said,
pretty accurate.
I said, Miss Tobler.
Did you do your
I
hands
know.
like that?
Yes, I was like, "I'm sorry. I know. I'll be right back." She said, "Okay." And that was it. And then I started getting multiple. I can't believe you got sent home the first day.
Hey, within 10 minutes it was flying around a group text. I think Smoke is the one.
He gassed that up. But now, those performance slacks. Now, when you get after it in the classroom, like some of us do,
They look like regular.
well, I mean, you need to be able to,
Yeah.
you know, and you got to squat down by the desk and help youngins and stuff.
Never know when you're going to need to stretch.
But they look
I
really
believe
like
I
black
had you
slacks.
in my class several times. I've never seen you squat down by this and help you.
That's because you were calling in sick all those days.
Nitrin.
100% accurate.
Nitrin.
Who's missed more this year, you or Meredith?
Meredith is
All right, let's take one last commercial
even
break.
came in sick Monday.
Let's take one last commercial break, and then on the other side of this, we're going to get our football picks in. Make sure you stay with us. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by Premier Properties. We've got Mr. Reed Waldrep, I said coach, former coach, Mr. Reed Waldrep up here on set with us today. So it's time for our football picks. Let me update you real quick on the standings. Last week, we didn't have a guest picker. We had Opie in studio, but his already had his pick. So Opie still sits on top for the guest pickers at 7-2-1. So Mr. Waldrep, we're going to discuss 5 on air, then you're going to give me your other 5. And so 7-2-1 is your goal to beat, which is going to be tough. Raji is on top, 51-48-1. Laws in second at 47-52-1. Hight had a pretty good week. I think you were 8-2, maybe something like that. So he was in fourth. He catapulted to 49-50-1, and I am sitting in last at 45-54-1. So Hight, you only 2 wins off the top. So a lot of average, a lot of mediocre, but that's who we are. So
Is Raji 500?
No, he's above 500.
I've chosen those games in my pick'em sheet.
Yep.
Out of 1.
Man,
8-2 is good. All right, let's start. I can't even remember the 5 I sent you,
Do
Hight.
you remember what mine was last week? I think I only won like 2 games.
Yeah, you did. Me and you both were not
It was
very good.
bad. It was so bad. If I'd have been a betting man, I'd have lost it last week.
Yeah, you need to get back in those pick'em sheets.
Does he fit the mold of that into a betting man?
I can't afford it.
Does he look like a betting man?
He looks like a guy who ain't got the money to bet.
That's exactly what I am. That's why I don't bet.
All right, here we go. We'll start with Raji's not here. I wish you would have been here, but you got. We'll start with you, Hight. Miami plus 14.5 going down to Florida State.
I'm gonna take the Canes in the points here.
Canes, okay.
I'll take Canes in the points.
We'll put these in while we do it.
That's a good pick.
Like that? Roger,
I
who you got?
like that pick. I not only like that pick, upset of the week this month.
Ooh, I tell you what, if that happened,
Wow.
Miami's winning. Miami's not only going to cover, they're going to win.
if that happened, then I mean that would be huge implications for the playoffs.
It is.
Sure would.
Washington's going to bump up in the
also,
top four.
personally, between me and Raji, that's a C note on the line.
I'm gonna tell you
Because
what,
they're not in?
If the Noles are in, I owe him 100.
who has something to lose is definitely FSU, because they lose this game, they're not going.
That's true.
They're not in the playoffs.
That's true.
Mr. Waldrep, who you taking?
Man, y'all almost made me change my mind. I'm going with Florida State. I think this is a statement game for Miami. I think they're going to come out strong. I just don't think they're coached well enough to win.
Right.
And so I was on the fence on would they cover, but I think I'm going to go with Florida State to cover.
Florida State to cover. So I was kind of on the fence as well, and I'm sure the line has changed since I made this earlier in the week or yesterday or whatever, but the 14.5, the half is weighing big for me. So I'm going with Miami because, I just think that they could lose by 2 touchdowns, but I think that half point might put them over the top. So I'm going to roll with Miami.
This is my question: how, like as a coach, because we've all coached or with FFA, and I mean, at what point when you mess up, you do something, and everybody knows you made a blunder, at what point do you recover from that? Because I feel like the Miami guys never recovering from
that
his
blunder against Tech.
Yeah.
That was tough. That was a tough one to recover from.
But then they beat North Carolina, and they were ranked in.
But regardless, he made that one stupid blunder, and that. So from that point on, everybody, like Reed just said, I believe somebody said last week, is they just ain't coached well enough. And Roger says it all the time. Oh man, they got an idiot as a coach because of that one.
But I think that a lot of people had that kind of idea of him before that.
Oh really?
I did, yeah. I've never thought he was a good coach.
All right, Law. Or we'll start with you, Law, right here. We got USC plus 15 on the road at Oregon. So USC's been struggling. Oregon's been hot. Are they good enough to beat USC by 15?
I love Oregon. I got Bo Nix getting a call to go to New York, and I believe if Washington gets beat in that championship for the Pac-12, I believe Oregon's about the only one that's got a shot at doing it. I take Oregon. I think they're going to win.
Oregon big. USC's not relevant anymore. I think first time they've not been ranked under their current coach.
Good for them.
Lost a coach. If I'm not mistaken.
They fired their defense coordinator.
I think USC's done for the year. So Oregon big.
Would this be the first time too that a Heisman winner won the Heisman and didn't even get invited back to New York? Because I don't think he'll be invited.
I don't think he will either.
He's on a tough run.
I don't know, but I love it because I hate USC, but I'll take Oregon to cover. That's a big spread, but
it is.
I'm going with Oregon as well. I think
3 touchdowns.
I think Oregon's offense is electric, and I think USC's defense is abysmal. So I think I agree. I think Oregon, and I do think Bo Nix gets the invite, and I think he deserves to. I think he's been good enough.
Every time I see USC losing, I just think about my boy Wyatt Curry and how he argued me down last year about how they were going to go undefeated and be in the playoffs.
The thing with Caleb, and we'll move on after this, but remember, the thing that rubbed me kind of wrong way with him was when he wrote F Utah on his fingers and played like that. That's just that.
And then lost.
Yeah, and then lost. So, all right, next game we've got Tennessee minus 1.5 at Mizzou. Mizzou played Georgia close last week. This is Tennessee's got Mizzou and then Georgia coming into town, so they got to be weary about overlooking them. Mr. Waldrep, who you got in that one? Tennessee, Mizzou.
Tennessee, Mizzou's down. They really have nothing to play for them here. Tennessee, Missouri's down. Tennessee's still playing possibly for a shot, so I think Tennessee will cover with no problem.
All right.
Not so fast, my friend. I'll take Mizzou right here.
Law?
I want to take Mizzou, but at the same time, I'm kind of rooting for Tennessee. Anytime we hadn't played the team yet, I want them to have a little better record. So I want Tennessee to be up when we play them. At least makes a better game.
I was impressed with the way Missouri ran the football. So I like that about them. I think they're going to be all right.
So you going Tennessee, Law?
I got Tennessee.
Florida ran all over Tennessee, didn't it? Didn't Florida run all over Tennessee? So
This
Mizzou
will be a
could.
close game. Didn't Tennessee beat Missouri pretty good last year?
Not sure.
It's a high-scoring game.
I'm taking Tennessee as well. I think that spread's too little. I think they'll cover that. I think it'll be a good game, though. All right, two more. We got Michigan. Hight, we'll start with you. Michigan minus 3.5 at Penn State.
Michigan.
You say that big or just confident?
No, it's an easy win for Michigan here.
Yeah, big. They're going to win by 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns?
Penn State.
Side bet?
First of all, Penn State cannot beat a big team. They cannot. They've not beat anybody that matters.
That dude.
He's not the coach that everybody thinks he is. And I think Michigan's going to win big. That spread's crazy.
Mr. Waldrep?
One thing this college football season hadn't had is just an earth-shattering upset. This is it. This is the one right here. This is the one.
I love to see
Penn
it.
State. Penn State's going to do the upset this week.
See, that's why I said Miami.
I got the same thing. I think Penn State
one's
does it.
coming. Upset's coming.
Something's coming this weekend, and I think this is the one.
And best case,
Love your energy, Walter. Love your energy.
yeah, I love that. And anytime Michigan loses, I love it. So I'm going Penn State as well. And then the last one, you've got your Dogs, UGA, hosting Ole Miss in what's going to be a good game. And I've got Ole Miss plus 11.5. So, Law, we'll start with you. Ole Miss plus 11.5 at Georgia.
Correct me, dog master. Did you graduate from Georgia too?
I got my master's from there.
Master's from there. So, is Lane Kiffin the only coach of the old Saban coaches that Smart hasn't beat?
I thought they beat Ole Miss last year.
I don't think we played Ole Miss last year. We played Mississippi State last year. We play Ole Miss and Mississippi State like every other year.
The last time we played Ole Miss, they beat us.
Yeah, that's right. It was like 2016.
I don't think we've ever beat Lane.
Well, but Lane Kiffin wasn't the coach then, so they just hadn't coached.
So maybe not.
But
I don't know.
Has he been a head coach of the team that Kirby Smart has been?
Wasn't he the head coach at Tennessee?
That's just something to think about. Something to think about.
No, that's a question that if you had that question, you should have looked up the answer to.
Here's what I hate, and here's what I hate is every week I pick Georgia, and they've only covered twice. I hate picking Georgia.
Well, I'll tell you, the money has moved the line.
So therefore,
the money's on. Money's being laid on Ole Miss
by 9 points, like I said.
No,
not that far.
By 1 point. It's now 10.5.
I'm taking Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. Is what?
All right, clarify for all. Is it to cover or to win?
I'm taking them to cover because I don't want to pick Georgia. So I don't think it's an upset. I think Georgia will win, but I think he's the only one of the Saban coaches that Smart's not beat.
Mr. Waldrep?
I read that.
As a weekly listener, I mean, y'all had me hooked at Foam Finger, and I've listened to everyone since. Mitch has a talent when he makes these picks. You know, just out there in radio land listening. What he says, he could win or lose because I don't know what he's picked.
Covers everything.
He covers everything.
I pick Ole Miss.
So
to cover.
You know, if I had that talent, I might be winning more money. And
he's got Ole Miss to cover, Georgia to win big.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't say Georgia to win big.
I do agree with Mitch here. Ole Miss will cover, but I think UGA will win by 6 or less. I think it's going to be a battle.
Good game.
Battle.
So you predict this to be a high-scoring game?
No. It's going to be old-fashioned football, I think.
All right. Well, I'm going to take Ole Miss and the points. Don't want to. I wish I could take them Dogs, but they've burned me a few times this year.
More than a few.
But I predict it to be a 30-something, 20-something kind of game.
I'm going with the Dogs. I think night game. I think that, you know, obviously Athens is going to be rocking. I think we'll get Mims back hopefully on the offensive line this week. That's going to bolster up and give Beck a little time. I think Beck has a spectacular game. I think Ole Miss's defense is not great. I think our defense stands up, and I think Georgia wins by at least 2 touchdowns.
Did I read also that Bowers is practicing?
He has done some stuff. He's getting closer to playing already. Somebody said that
with pads yesterday.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
That's nuts.
Yeah,
he just had surgery last week, right?
But at this point, honestly, what is there? You know,
I'm sure they're not going to play.
Like I'm holding him out to the SEC championship probably.
Here's what I'd like, because depth's kind of showed he's a guy. Mm-hmm. We go back to our 2 tight ends.
He can't block very well. In space, he does not block well.
It'll be all right. Go back to our 2 tight ends.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right, guys. Well,
help that running game out.
Let's not. That ain't it, is it?
Yeah, listen.
And now I gotta let that play. Hold on, I gotta run that run all the way through. So that's on me. Hey, wrong key right there. I'm on the wrong bank.
We got it now, though.
Well, I gotta wait till that finishes playing. I think maybe. Let's see. There it is.
There we go.
Bring us home, Hight.
Hey, give us a subscription on YouTube. Give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram, and check us out on BigUglySportsShow.com.
Here we go. We hopped
Law,
up
you got
on that
anything?
bus. Bert, Chill, Hight, Roger, and Lowe.
Mr. Waldrep.
Never
Man,
does.
I just want to thank y'all guys for bringing joy to the Raider Nation and the world every week. Wednesday morning is my favorite morning of the week.
Well, we're glad, we are thankful that you were able to be here. Hopefully, we can get you back on. Good luck on your picks this week. As always, we are brought to you by Premier Properties of Dublin, and so we appreciate your time. If you're looking to give us some money, we are always open. We didn't get a bus. We did not get a purchase a bus, but we are looking for a permanent facility. So if you've got a building in Dexter area that you want us to come take over, we will. But whatever you're doing,
downtown Dexter.
whatever you're doing today, wherever you're at,
Get on that bus.
Stay with the facts that you know we gon' discuss. Fussing or fighting, yeah, we get up on that bus. Young.